Hey, this is an update of what I eat in a day. I guess some of you want to see me eat raw meat.
It smells strong. I don't know if I should eat it.
In this video, we're going to be talking about the raw carnivore diet. We've just been really intuitively listening to our bodies, and our bodies have been really loving the taste of it, and then also our bodies have been thriving on eating raw.
When I first decided to make this video, I was super fucking pumped. I'm part of a raw carnivore community of people telling their stories, there's YouTube videos, and I was just generally fucking excited. The more I started making this video, as in just now, I was watching a few clips of myself, and I'm just like, fuck! Like, it's just too raw, man, it's just too honest. It kind of hurts my ego, what I have left of my ego, because it's just gonna be pretty fucking brutal. I'm gonna break it down into a couple parts where it's gonna be a little introduction like this. Second part's gonna be some people's stories of why you would wanna even start this shit in the first place. It can push you in the right direction. Third part's gonna be my story. I decided to take off my t-shirt for this because this is my body on the raw carnivore diet. I've gained in between 50 and 60 pounds. I've been fluctuating lately. I have fat on my fucking body now. My rib cage would always show, and just a general fucking Holocaust victim of a body. So to get into this lifestyle, I think people have to hit rock bottom, either emotionally or physically. We'll get into my story at the end, where I will reveal my life secret, which is, it hurts to talk about. It fucking does, whatever. It's savage. To me at least, everybody else, but it's okay. But when you first get into this, you're gonna have to research Johannes von der Planets. He has a book called We Want to Live. He's the godfather of all of this stuff. From there, you're gonna read his We Want to Live book. You're gonna do your own research. You're gonna watch raw carnivore people on YouTube, because you do need to see other people fucking doing this. You do need to hear other people's stories, and you do need to participate in the community, because we're all in this together. We have issues that we don't fucking want. And it's tough, dude. It's tough dealing with shit like this. But it's all part of the human experience. I'm not a victim. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not sad. I mean, I do get sad at times, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, man, let's cut into it and how to start. First, you're gonna download Johannes von der Planets We Want to Live book. And it's from a Library Genesis. I'll show you a little clip on how to do it. Go to Library Genesis, download We Want to Live, and you have a free PDF. Also, make sure to grab your dick during the video, because you will be practicing NoFap, and once you receive the powers of NoFap, you will be able to talk to bacteria. So E. coli and Salmonella will be your best friends. You will also be able to not be sexually autistic. Raw milk, which will be in part 2. Part 2 is gonna be lit, alright. Already making shit for it. Not even finished with this one. Part 2 is gonna be raw dairy, which will be tremendous. So raw milk cures autism. And I believe raw meat cures sexual autism. There's a big difference. So let's get started. Talk about the sexual aspect, because most vegetarians and vegans, they don't have like sex and they can't have babies. Their sperm count's low. Women's wombs dry up, their ovaries get fucked. Like, it's just a disaster. So when you first start this lifestyle, you're gonna, fuck man, like you're gonna have crazy thoughts because you should practice no-fap for a bare minimum couple of weeks. I'm a super fan of no-fap, but I do like to bust a nut after a couple of weeks. I think it's very natural, I think it's normal because you start getting these thoughts. Like, you start getting these thoughts like what? Like, would I fuck a fat bitch? And they're like, why would I want to fuck a fat bitch?
I'm talking cook, clean kids, man, and swallow a dick. You never see a big hoe begging for shit. No. And if you fuck her good, she might buy you a whip. Come on. And if you say you love her, she might pay the rent.
Like, I get it, but you'll have these thoughts and like your testosterone's gonna be out of fucking out of the world. You're gonna fuck everything. You wanna cream pie everything. But if it's blondes, it's cool. Like, just, you know, whatever. And I've never had any problems with my penis. I've never had any problems with sex. I've never had any problems with boners or coming or coming or anything like that. But I've noticed a lot of people have. When they start this lifestyle, they basically revitalize their bodies. When you start eating this lifestyle, basically, I've been saying basically so fucking much, you will start to feel this void in your soul. And the best way to describe it is the day you wake up hungover because the night before when you went to bed, you forgot to drink water. So you went to bed drunk as fuck. You may have just had a couple beers or shots right before you went to bed. Right when you wake up, you're disoriented. You feel like you just have a head. You feel like you have feet and like fingers. Every other piece of your body is disconnected. You make your way to the sink, and that first gulp of water you get is revitalizing. You feel it spread throughout your body. You feel it go through veins. You feel your organs start pumping like, fuck, water. and you're just generally dying. And that's what it's like on this lifestyle, to where when you eat your first raw meat, your body's gonna be like, holy fuck. It's gonna be glorious as fuck for you. But no one's gonna believe this because I didn't believe it at first, but I went full head into it. Just started from day one. And we'll get into that a little bit later, but I went full head into it. No fucking tapping the water, little foot in the water, went dead in. I dove into it. So let's dive into some people's stories on when they were possible vegan. I just grabbed some clips from YouTube that I liked, that I thought were pretty interesting, and I want to make a compilation of them, which should help you make a choice.
Something that I've been concerned about was that I hadn't had my period in about 6 months. Endocrinologist who basically gave me the diagnosis that I have premature ovarian insufficiency and can also be described as early menopause. I'm 21.
Cause pussy get old like bread, not like wine. 20-year-old cooch tastes like hope. Yours probably tastes like a bad decision.
To be honest, I was concerned. Like, not that I should be, but I was a bit concerned that being vegan might have been something that could have caused this. And I'm not saying that it does, but it's just a thought that crossed my head, honestly.
That went on for 2 years. I didn't have my period for 2 years. Until the end of 2015 was when I started looking more into it and talking to more people and reading about it, and I learned that not having a period is really not healthy. It's not good for you.
What?
So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go and get checked and see what's going on. Something was going on in my body that wasn't right, and eventually it was gonna catch up to me. And
you were slowly eating yourself.
So
that's what all vegans go through.
It was years that I didn't have my period, so obviously my body needed time to heal. So I was patient with it. This was all of 2016, and it was in
This is the definition of malnutrition. It's like not healing at all.
When I stopped getting my period again.
In every way, you must have understood that this diet is not sustainable. And you should have told it to all of your viewers, but you didn't. You're a liar. That's the definition of a liar.
I'm not getting my period. I got candida, and it wasn't like a normal candida. Usually you'll get candida in your gut, in your intestine, but this was vaginitis candida, so I got candida in my vagina. I know, it's so weird. I had never heard about it, and the way that I noticed it was because I was getting cuts on my vagina. Basically, the Carnivore diet was a diet low in sugar, low in fruit. I completely eliminated.
And also, you're gonna wanna fucking jerk off so much on this lifestyle. Don't do it. Just manage yourself. So basically, when you don't fap, you're gonna have a demon who will take over your body. Like, for real, a demon takes over your body. At least with me, man. All our girls, obviously, like to bust nuts and eat coconuts, but dude, you have to. So basically, if you can make the demon submit, you can make a bitch submit. So that's a good practice right there. That's some fucking hella good practice, because both of them are not easy. Well, I'm gonna go that far. But anything can set you off. Anything. The dumbest shit will just set you off on a fucking jerk off spree. And I mean, you can be watching a random YouTube video and a girl will just say something very innocuous, and it can just be the dumbest fucking shit ever.
It was a little big on me, like on my boob area, and I have, not to brag, I have like pretty big boobs. So key. So I really identified with gray asexual up until this past winter. This past January, I shifted my diet pretty massively. I was eating a vegan diet for 4.5 years, and I shifted from eating plant foods to pretty much all animal foods. So it was a massive change. And within a matter of days, I started to feel aroused. I started to feel like I had a sex drive. And not only that, like, I'm not talking like, oh my God, I'm so horny all of a sudden. I'm talking about like life force energy. Like, I felt like my body was coming back to life. I felt like I was nourishing myself and replenishing myself in ways that I honestly cannot even convey. Gaining a sex drive and rebalancing my hormones is very, very, very indicative on where my body was and the status of my health.
Not that it's evidence for anything specific, depends on the person. I mean, there's many. The first night after I had that salmon, I had a wet dream. I hadn't ejaculated in months. You know, just to be honest and open with everyone, that's turned something on within my body, which was interesting.
Finally, I came across the Weston Price Foundation, and they do studies of indigenous diets. Eventually discovered the meat-based diet and just decided that, you know, I'll give it a try. I was having so much trouble digesting everything else that meat seemed to work well for me, and I just felt like this was it.
Also address why I am not currently eating many vegetables. Okay, and now here is a more, okay, my nipples are just really popping through today. Here's a more flexed version. And I've definitely put on a little bit of fat and a little bit of muscle.
Now, we talked about the protein, and we find that I said that meats were the only thing that I could find that could get the body to produce, reproduce cells the way a child reproduces cells. Nuts and avocados and coconut that contains anywhere from 13 to 18% protein. It's relatively indigestible in the human digestive tract. We're not built to handle those as well.
Shit's savage. Looks like looks like I got hit by a shrapnel grenade. Or Harry Potter spell. So I wanted to start the intro off with showing off my back and how scarred it is. Basically, as a young kid, I always struggled with acne, and it was always just fucking, I dealt with it pretty good. I really did deal with it pretty fucking good. It's like I was out of my head, which is the main key. Being out of your head, because no one sees your flaws like you see your own. When people look in the mirror, they're like, oh, this is busted, or this looks off, and it's like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter. But anyways, I have the scars on my back because I went on every single acne medication you could. I was basically a guinea pig for the dermatology industry. I took every single acne medication leading up to Accutane. I went on Accutane, and during that time, it for sure, like, it fucked me up. But what happened is I just started like popping pimples on my back, but it was to where I didn't want them anymore. So I was doing it very frantically, and what happened is when I pushed on my back, I would pop them, and they weren't ready to be popped or whatever, and I'd be really fucking bloody basically. So then when I go to pop more, my fingers would slip and I would cut myself. So you put pressure, slip, I would just cut the fuck out of my back, and I really didn't give a fuck at the time. It's savage to think about, but it is what it is. Accutane in itself is something I fucking kind of wish I never went on. I had 3 bloody noses from it. It fucked me up a little bit mentally, not too much, but I could understand how people blow their brains out. It's like, oh, I get it. Like, oh shit, I wouldn't do that, but I see you. I see you. I got 3 bloody noses on it, and they were very memorable because it's funny to me. The first one, I just got a random bloody nose where I thought I was getting boogers, and I was like sucking it back up, and then it just started bleeding more and more. The second time, it was because I was picking my nose, and I thought it was funny as fuck because I'm picking my nose, I'm getting a bloody nose. Essentially, I'm dying. The blood is extremely dark, extremely fucking dark, like it's dead. Like your body's just getting rid of dead waste. It's kind of gnarly. The third one was when I was sleeping and I woke up on the side. I just had blood everywhere, blood all over my cheek, blood all over the pillow. I threw away that pillow. Can't have the parents find it out. Because if they find out, like, you have to get blood work done for Accutane, you have to they ask you questions, how you feeling, and of course you're just like, yeah, I'm fine. Because why would you spend 5 years of your life taking acne medication just to get to the final boss, and you're like, I feel a little weird, my blood work came back normal, but I still feel a little weird. Like, of course you're just gonna be like, you're gonna deal with it. So that's how I got all these scars on my back. It's my little secret, but I'm able to hide it from people, and it's kind of, in a way, I wish it was up front more, like visible, because then it's like, I was always afraid that somebody wouldn't like me because of it. I was always scared. It was just hurt. But this began my journey to experiment with my body. So physically, I was a fucking mess. I'm still a mess. I'm thick now, but I'm still kind of fucked up. Mentally, you can definitely hit rock bottom. I have. It's how things get started, basically. That's why I said in the beginning of this video, you have to hit rock bottom. Either or, most likely it's both. So after that, I just started to experiment. I started eating plants and this and that and vegetarian shit. It made me feel better. I think I got a lot of dead stuff out of my body, but I wasn't fulfilling my soul, and it made me weak. I was extremely fucking weak. My arms were like toothpicks. My rib cage would always show. I was a very skinny fucking person. I'm pretty tall. I don't know if I'm 6 foot, 6'1". I don't know. I'm like 6 foot. I don't fucking know. It's 6 foot or 6'1". And I've always been skinny. I've always addled around fucking high 140s, low 150s for weight.
See what this kind of diet can do. You see what this kind of raw fat, this kind of raw protein can do for a body. So it helps everything. Your whole body, your mind, your spirit, your emotions. It'll help you balance in every way. It'll help you achieve your spiritual goal quicker and easier and faster. As long as you don't have judgments about other things, and you know, as long as you don't have judgments about anything that's in the diet, and you understand how it works within the nature of your food and your system and your body.
So when you start this raw meat diet, not me, but I can feel other people, you're gonna feel pretty fucking lonely. So when you feel like hope is gone and there's no one to depend on, and you feel like you need a friend, stick by you till the end, yeah. All you gotta do is call me up when you feel like you're 3 feet tall and no one loves you at all, and you wanna say goodbye to them all. Don't forget that it's a lonely world. All you gotta do is call me up and tell me you love me, no matter the hour or thoughts that above me. Just call me up and tell me you love me. You're gonna have to look everywhere. You're gonna have to reach out to people. Maybe make your own fucking YouTube video full of fucking shit in it. Like, you're gonna have to participate and you're gonna have to talk to people. That's the best way, because you're gonna be isolated. Like, no more In-N-Out, no more fucking cooked burgers, no more fucking In-N-Out sounds so good. Fuck. If you wanna go full in, I still occasionally, if a friend comes to visit or if I'm out with some buddies or something, I will eat sushi. I just won't eat as much rice. I will eat steak, cooked steak. I'll get it rare. I don't want it blue because if I'm eating fucking cooked steak, I might as well just have a little bit of fucking flavor. I already said sushi. I'll eat fish. What else do I fucking eat? Oh, I'll eat pho. They call it pho, but it's pho. It's like a dick. And that's very meat based. I'll have meat with noodles and bone broth, which is pretty good. I don't get any veggies in there. It's purely as much meat as I can, no veggies. All the answers you need, all the questions you have are in the book. They're also answered from other people. If you live in Southern California, Los Angeles, or San Diego area, it doesn't matter. Let me know, because I'm still looking for places to buy meat. I usually get my shit at Sprouts. I do eat liver, raw liver. I do want to buy raw liver from somewhere else. I buy it from like a local shop. But if people have good spots to buy shit, or farms, or fucking whatever, I just buy it at Sprouts because they sell it and it's very convenient. But if there's other places where you have the hookup for, fucking let me know. But I'm gonna end this video with some clips of me eating shit that I randomly took. And then now that I'm making these videos and touching my dick, I'm gonna start filming more, because it's actually pretty fun and I think it's therapeutic to let these demons out. Thanks for watching.
And this is how it starts.